Welcome back to another episode of Scrambled. This week we have Ryan Amador. He's a singer-songwriter and theater maker in Los Angeles.
That's me. Hello. Let's go.
Come on into this disaster. Wanna join in on the show? Since a kid, my world's been scrambled. Welcome to my life. Whoa. So, there's a million reasons that make Ryan so awesome, but one of the biggest reasons, I think, is a lot of his music that he's been making has been ahead of its time. I want to say 5 years ago, he came out with a song and a music video called Define Me that almost has 1 million views and really touched a lot of people because it was kind of bringing awareness to the fact that as soon as you come out as being a homosexual or being gay or whatever you are, people want to slap a label on you and think that they know who you are and judge you for that instead of letting you just be gorgeous and beautiful and live your life. The other music that he's written has touched other people across the country. In New York, a very, how would I say that?
It's a small LGBT theater company.
Okay, so they were so moved by his self-titled album that they actually ended up doing a song cycle. Where they pretty much did their own interpretations of the music that he wrote. And he writes music for other artists in the LA area like Luke Edgmond and Blake McGrath, Mario Jose, to name a few. And honestly, you're like a ridiculous person. You know that, right?
She's amazing.
You're like ridiculous.
Honestly, I'm honored to be here. I feel like this is the best thing that you're having me on.
Oh, I'm very excited.
We've known each other a long time.
Yes, we used to do.
Part of the story.
Oh, yeah. We met doing theater at the Norris Center, the Negri Learning Center for the Arts.
You've probably heard of it. It's really, world renowned for their community youth theater.
Yeah, and they did a spectacular version of High School Musical, and
she was Sharpay.
There were meet and greets.
I was Zeke the baker.
The lead, basically.
Basically.
One of my favorite memories with Ryan is during High School Musical. First of all, this was a very diva phase in my life, I feel like.
You were playing Sharpay.
But even prior, I had just gotten braces on. Clear, LOL. I had just gotten them on, and Debbie was like, Sharpay didn't have braces. And I fucking got them off early.
No, you didn't.
Yes, and my teeth are still crooked.
I too got my braces off earlier than recommended to be a thoroughly modern Millie.
Yeah.
As though my 15-year-old self, it really mattered. And the audience was gonna care.
Yeah, that I had clear braces at Sharpay.
Absolutely. So I played Zeke the baker.
Who was in love with Sharpay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Yeah. And at the end of the first act, there's this really dramatic, every high school group is singing and everyone's belting, and then Sharpay is screeching on the top of all of it.
She was so good though.
Oh, thanks. Okay, so at the end he brings this cake to show me and hopefully win me over, and he trips and ends up spilling it on my shirt, and I just be like, just don't get it in my face. Then I'm gonna have to redo my makeup and my hair. Don't get the face. One of the nights he tripped and it got a fucking drop on my chin, and I had a freak out about it. We get off stage, I'm like, I said no face! He's just
literally, I said no face! And I really couldn't tell if you were kidding or not. I remember being like, is this funny? Is she kidding? Not kidding.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
It was a little, not. I said no face!
High School Musical.
Yeah. Sharpay.
Tied in a bow.
If you've been watching the show from 2 episodes ago, you know that it is pretty much solely about people's really embarrassing stories. And just kind of reminding everyone that we're all human and we all have no idea what the fuck we're doing in life. We're just kind of skating by.
Oh yeah.
So, should we jump right in?
Sure. I'm nervous. There's a really
Tell it. Go for it. It's fucking scrambled, baby. Let's go.
Okay. The one time, so I had a boyfriend for 5 years who's amazing. And
5 years?
I had a boyfriend for 5 years. I lived in New York for college, and we were together the entire time. He's beautiful. His name is Will. And I think by the time this comes out, he'll be on TV. He's in a show called Dietland. It's going to be on AMC. But, yeah, so we were together for a long time, so I was really close to his family. And this one's... I've never told this to anyone.
Yes! Yes!
It's literally your goal.
Yeah.
No. Okay, so they have a summer home in New Jersey where we would spend a lot of time. And one time, I don't know really what happened.
I'm sorry. The man laughs.
So scary. So scary. It's all
You're like
fear.
half of your brain be like,
It's all
don't
fear.
do it,
It's
don't
like,
do it.
Why are you
And the other
telling
one
this?
is like,
Yeah.
oh my god, you're doing it.
Yep.
Okay, continue.
So, for some reason, like, I pooped a little in my pants. I think we were somewhere where, like, I couldn't find a bathroom, there was a hike, or it might have even, this would have been, I hope this was the case, that we were, like, on a boat, or we were, because there was a, like, I pooped a little in my pants.
Did anyone know?
So no one knew.
Was it hanging?
No.
Or was it just like, a
just
raisin?
like a raisin.
Okay.
Okay, so raisin. And I thought it didn't go anywhere.
No.
And hours later,
No.
me and Will's dad were like in the house. And I'm sorry to Will's fiance for this story. Will's has a fiance. It's gonna be like, I hate all of this. Me and Will's dad are in the house, and Will's dad picks up
No. The raisin?
the raisin
No.
and says, "What is this?"
Hold on. If this happened to you on the boat, why didn't you immediately go to the bathroom and remove said raisin?
I thought it had all gone well.
Did you check and it wasn't there?
I don't think I was like that.
Or you thought it was just
Like
still clenched in your butt
focused
cheeks
on
or something?
yeah, I thought it like came out when it was supposed to come out.
Oh no.
So anyways, all I know is that Will's dad picked up this little turd and said, "What is this?" thinking it was like an animal turd. And I, right with him, like watched him pick it up,
No!
like smell it.
Did he pinch?
He didn't really pinch and then throw it away and maybe like, I don't know what that is. Probably the most embarrassing story of my life.
Oh, I'm so glad you shared that with us.
This was the place to do it.
Yeah.
Anyways, watch Will on Dietland on AMC.
You want me to tell you a story that goes on that to make you feel better?
Please!
Okay! I was gonna save this one for later on down the line,
Yeah. No, this is the moment.
Okay, so I'm gonna probably be banned from the art house after I tell this story.
Banned from the Outer House is the second
Title. So it's freshman year of college. I had the strictest parents of all my friends. Like, I partied, but I wouldn't say I partied as hard as some other people in high school.
Right.
So I get to college and it's like, holy fuck, freedom. Like, this is awesome. I definitely overdrank and partied way too hard. And this story was kind of a like, oh, I need to tone this back. Mm-hmm. So I brought one of my friends from high school and she came and stayed with me. We like hung out. We went to a frat party from this guy that I was seeing at the time. And I woke up in this guy's room, like very hazy. I'm like, oh fuck, like where's Lauren? Like, where's Lauren? And he was like, oh, that girl you were with? And I'm like, yeah, the girl who like has never been here, like doesn't know anything. We got to the living room of the frat house. I see her ID and her phone snapped in half on the floor. And no Lauren. And I'm like, okay, well, that's it. I've lived a good life. Like, this is done, you know? End up making my way back. My phone's completely dead, so I can't, like, do anything. Walk ashamed back to my dorm. I'm like, ask my roommate, have you seen her? And she's like, no, I just got here. And I'm like, fuck. So I get in the, like, communal showers or whatever, and I'm, like, coughing or something, and all of a sudden I hear, like, Megan? And I'm like, Lauren! And she like comes out, we like have this naked hug where we're like half crying, half laughing of like relief. She's like, do you remember what happened? And I'm like, no. I'm like, how did you get here? She's like, I don't fucking know. Like, I just like wandered around. Like, Miracle we found each other. We're like, let's just go to the Yard House and like eat our fucking faces off, like have a mimosa, whatever. We go to the Yard House and they bring the check. And I'm like a butt cheek lifter farter. If like I'm at a restaurant or whatever, I'm not gonna fucking hold it in and like ruin my life. I'm just gonna lift the butt cheek, fart, and then be off my day.
Yeah.
So we're waiting for the check and I feel a fart coming on and I'm like, oh man, like I'm probably gonna have to poo later. Like not thinking I had to poo at that exact fucking moment. I lift my butt, fart, sit back down, all of a sudden realize I'm in a puddle of my own diarrhea. It fully just, I guess when I released the beehole for the fart, the floodgates were open and out came all of my dads. And I realized it and I like looked and I was just tears and I was just like, I just fucking diarrheaed the booth. Like, she's like, what? And I'm like laughing and she's like, oh, they bring the check. We like sign it. I put the napkin over it. Like, diarrhea.
You left the diarrhea? Yeah,
what am I gonna do? Excuse me. Yeah. I just shit the booth. Can you send someone to help? No, I just put the fucking napkin on.
That must have blown their mind.
Imagine the poor busboy that just went to grab the napkin.
No way.
They probably had to shut down the fucking restaurant. Like, I have no idea.
I love that story.
Yeah.
You outdid me. Thank you.
Well, I just wanted to make you feel
it was
a little
so
better.
That's the therapeutic process of scrambled.
Yes.
Which is that, like, we can come and think it's the end of the world, and then you have something worse.
Yeah.
That really brings, like...
It was a lot.
You know, third title is Everybody Poops.
Everyone does poop. It's a great book, actually.
A Raisin in the Sun.
Do you have another story you want to share?
Yeah, so another embarrassing story as I was racking my brain is one time I was hooking up with this guy and he is very pretty, like pretty. Like a beautiful face. Like your face is beautiful. And so and I'd met him once before, clearly just to hook up. Like this is a hookup situation. And like it's the second time I think it was the second time I'd seen him. And like, you know, we start kissing, we're naked, it's happening, and I truly out of like a compliment, like in my heart, like from the heart,
Oh my God.
I'm like, you have such a great body. Like, you have such a great body. I didn't mean it like, let's talk about this.
Wait!
I meant you have such a great body. Great body. And he literally looks at my body, like we're in the action, and he looks at my body and he goes, oh, you do too, yeah, we just have to work on your diet a little bit.
Oh! We have to work?
We just have to work on your diet a little bit.
Okay.
And we're in the midst.
Wait, like, because of, like, he can tell the kinds of foods you eat based on your body, or did you have a taste?
He thought that from what I had said, I was saying I don't. Like, he took it upon himself to think that I was saying, like, how do you have such a good... Or, like, what... Please tell me your workout routine right now. Please tell me your, like, your diet. Like we had just started a conversation where he was my personal trainer. And I was like, what? I really couldn't believe it. I was like, what did you just say?
What a boner kill, first of all.
Completely, that's what I was gonna say. Like, I was like, what did you say? Because I was like, I must have got that wrong. And he said, no, you're like, you have such an amazing body. You're like on your way and you work out. Like it's just about the food you're eating. And I, like truly, like he's a personal trainer. And I talk about boner kill like completely. And then like he tried to keep going. I was like, I can't, and I could never see him again. Despite like I just couldn't. He's actually a nice guy, and I think he meant well. It was just like couldn't.
Just thank you. A simple thank you would have sufficed. Yeah.
Just say thank you.
Yeah, people calling out insecurities whilst hooking up is not the business.
It's a zero. It's an absolute zero.
There you have it.
Signing off. Signing off.
Alright, before we finish this episode, oh man.
Thank you.
That was so fun to have you.
This is the best.
Let's quickly talk about where everyone can find you. What are your handles?
Yeah.
What's coming up?
I'm on Instagram as @Ryan Amador, but mostly you can find music on Spotify or whatever you use, iTunes, Apple Music, and then YouTube. I do a lot of videos, which
Okay.
I don't know if everyone knows, but I do a lot of videos. Right now, I'm in the midst of releasing a song every 3 weeks for my next coming album. So, like, I've already released by this time like a few, and so just stay tuned. I just decided, it was the first time I realized I wanted to release a song at a time rather than a full album at once. So
It's good.
very exciting. Yeah.
You're very creative when you come to your art, which is why I think it speaks to so many people.
Thank
and
you.
it's allowed you to reach other audiences.
Thank you.
You know, I don't know, it's always something creative. There's always something like cool and different about the way
Thanks.
you release and do music, which
Thanks.
is so cool. I'll put links and everything so you can easily click it. And then before we sign off, really good at guitar. Okay, that's nice. Ryan, oh Ryan, you're such a funny guy. Ryan, oh Ryan, somehow your mouth is bigger than mine. You accidentally took a turd while with your ex-boyfriend and his family. Some douchebag pretty boy told you to stop eating burgers and more broccoli. I said no face, 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 I said no face. Genius. See you next week.
The fucking like pubic sweat of being alive. You know what I mean?
The pubic sweat of being alive
The name of
by
this
Ryan
episode.
Amador. It is. It's so